Antifreeze, Leaf Costumes, and Other Fabulous Fish Adaptations by Laura Perdew, illustrated by Katie Mazeika. Fish poem. Fish live, hunt, hide, spawn. They've adapted, so they thrive. The archer fish sees its prey on a branch. Ready, aim, fire. And the black spot tusk fish hears the crack of clamshell against the rock. Did it break open? An ocean sunfish enjoys tasty blobs of jellyfish, and the hammerhead senses its prey nearby, while the minnows smell the alarm from others' warning. Oh, the fabulous adaptations of fish. Fish have many fabulous and strange adaptations to help them survive. You might have heard that the ugly anglerfish of the deep, dark ocean has a dangling light in front of its mouth to lure prey. And pufferfish puff up like balloons when in danger. But do you know how ice fish that live in the water around Antarctica keep from freezing solid? Antifreeze. It's not the same stuff used in cars. Blackfin ice fish have special proteins in their bodies. These proteins keep ice from forming in their blood. No one wants ice in their blood. Not even fish. Brr. The blackfin ice fish is one of the few species that can survive in the Antarctic water, which is always below freezing. African lungfish have adapted to a different challenge. Sometimes there's no water. Not a problem for these fish. Before the water in their habitat dries up, they burrow. Then they cocoon themselves in snot-like mucus. All cozy in their slimy cocoons, they snooze until the water returns, sometimes for months or even years. Lungfish have both gills and primitive lungs so they can breathe air. A type of goby fish in Hawaii is another fish out of water. Nepali rock climbing gobies are rock climbers. Hey, fish don't have hands, but they do have two suction cups, one on their bellies and one under their mouths. They use these suckers to inch up the rock behind waterfalls to spawn. These gobies are known to climb waterfalls as tall as 330 feet. For a human, that would be like climbing Mount Everest 3 times. The mud skipper can breathe air and can walk, but not skip, on land. Mud skippers also have to work hard to spawn. They dig a U-shaped tunnel in the mud. At the end are sealed, air-filled rooms for the eggs. How do they keep air in the chamber? Male mud skippers gulp fresh air from the open ends of the tunnels, breathe it out into the rooms. They have to go back and forth and back and forth, hundreds of times. Male leafy sea dragons have a lot of responsibility as parents too. The dads have a special patch under their tails. That's where eggs are fertilized and left to grow. After 4 to 6 weeks of daddy daycare, many sea dragons pop out wearing their own leaf costumes. How would you like to have all those extra leafy body parts? Female leafy sea dragons lay 100 to 250 eggs at a time. Have you heard about the fish with 4 eyes? Okay, anableps only have 2 eyes, but they do have 2 irises and 2 corneas in each eye. This adaptation lets them see above and below the surface of water at the same time. That means they can look for food and not become food at the same time. This fish does not lay eggs. It gives birth to live young. Another fish with odd eyes is the hammerhead shark. It might be awkward to have a head like that, right? Then again, a funny shaped head comes in handy if you're a shark. Those wide-set eyes help hammerheads scan the ocean for yummy stingrays. Hammerheads also use their heads to pin rays to the ocean floor, then jump. Special sensors on their head help the hammerheads detect the tiny movements of their prey. Manta rays are stealthy predators too. As they zoom through the ocean, they hunt by sight and smell. They herd krill and plankton just like a cowboy on a rodeo. Once the prey is corralled, manta rays speed through the mass of food with their mouths wide open. It's a manta ray buffet. Giant manta rays have wingspans of more than 25 feet. Want to know how archerfish get their prey? Water archery! That's right, they spray streams of water like a super soaker. With skilled aim, they hit insects perched on branches above the water. The strong jet of water knocks the poor, unsuspecting insect off the branch. Plop! Gulp! The archerfish pushes its tongue against the groove of its mouth to create the perfect jet of water. Black spot tuskfish use a different tool to get their meals. How would you get a clamshell open if you were a fish? Rocks! These fish bash the shells against the rock over and over again until they break. Black spot tuskfish then use their tusk-like front teeth, which is how they got their name, to get the fleshy parts out of the shells. Tasty? Broken shells littered around a single rock show that the fish uses the same rock many times. How about jellyfish for dinner? That's what certain sunfish eat. These huge fish have teeth, but they don't chew. What do they do to get their food into polite-sized bites? They suck jellyfish in over their teeth, then push them out, then in, then out. They do this until their dinner is a gloopy blob and easily swallowable. The ocean sunfish can weigh as much as a small truck. Who wants to know what blue streak cleaner rays eat for dinner? They love the parasites and dead skin that come off bigger fish, such as the ocean sunfish. Ew, right? Not for the race or the sunfish. The rays are doing an important job. They set up cleaning stations for the larger fish and announce they are open for business. The big fish get clean and the race get a meal. At cleaning stations, large fish open their mouths and gills for the race to do their work, and they don't eat the smaller fish. To avoid becoming someone's meal, fathead minnows always have to be on the lookout. These little guys don't get any bigger than 3 inches long. So how do they stay safe? They stay in schools, and so should you. They also warn each other of danger with a smell. These fish release chemicals from their skin. This tells the others to swim for cover. These chemical alarms can be smelled by other fish more than 12 feet away. Fish have fabulous adaptations, and there's lots of other fish in the sea. What fish adaptations can you discover?